Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Neo RCC. I appreciate you watching, as always, and thanks again for all the people that leaves comments and everything on the channel there. Want to give a couple shout outs to the channels, the other YouTube channels that I really like and enjoy, and the ones that I have learned quite a bit from. Because I've only been in RC for about a year and a half, so just getting into RCC and just all the knowledge base that's already out there, and a lot of these guys are pretty local. I wouldn't say all of them, but a couple of them are local, but they're still pretty far away. But anyway, RC Dungeon has a fantastic channel. He is just a wealth and knowledge when it comes to RC, and he does a lot of the scale RCs, the RC four-wheel drives that have the leaf springs, and just does a fantastic job with that. He does some excellent videos. His production quality is just getting unreal. Adventure Time RCC is another one who is really knowledgeable, does a lot of just killer paint jobs, some just fantastic weathering, but he's not only into crawlers. He does RC race cars, he does buggies, the vintage cars, the RC construction equipment, just all kinds of stuff. So he's a fantastic channel to watch. He's in Ohio as well. RC Dungeon, I believe, is in Kentucky, so quite a bit further away. But another channel is DRZRC. That's DRZRC. He has some beautiful videos. He does some really nice custom rigs. He has a tow truck that he built a bed for it and fenders out of scrap metal and diamond plate, and it just looks fantastic. And that's kind of what I base my Atlas build kind of off of. I'm not trying to copy his. I'm just trying to see if I can make something similar to it. Mine's not going to turn out anywhere near as nice as his, but we'll see what happens. But his tow truck is a dually as well, and that's where I got the idea and some of the info about the dually wheel adapters and everything was from him. So he's a great channel to watch. Midwest RC Crawlers and Trailing. Him and I have a very similar taste in RCs, because pretty much the ones I buy are the ones he buys. He's got the Axial CJ7, the red one. I've got this CJ7 and the blue one, blue and gray. But he got the Axial Base Camp, the newer one. His is white. I got the one in gray. I believe he also got this guy right here too. So, but we have very similar tastes. But he does some just some really well placed videos. The just the camera angles he does and the production he puts behind it are just fantastic. He does an excellent job. MX Acres, he has not only a YouTube channel, but he has a property that he does competition crawls, and he does like a freestyle course there for like the X Maxes and the bashers and things. But he's a great channel to watch. Very entertaining. Not quite as dry as I am, but really good channel. He's about 20 minutes away from me, over in Pennsylvania. And then Hello RCC, they have a fantastic channel. They're in Ohio, but they're like 3.5 hours away. but they do the trucks with cups challenge on their crawler course, and they put a ton of time and a ton of effort into their course that they have, and they have a volume of crawlers that they have, and they run just all kinds of stuff. And they do the trucks with cups with the Cheerios on top, which is just a fun little challenge to watch. Very cool. And then SC Redneck RC out of South Carolina. He's a great channel to watch. He has some really good crawling locations in his neck of the woods over there, and he went through that whole hurricane thing, and he had a house or a tree fall on his house, so he had to put out a lot of money to get that done, and he's hung in there doing all the RC things in the meantime. So good on him for hanging it out and doing all that, and still sticking with the RC stuff. So anyway, that'll do it for the shout outs. We'll get started with this little guy right here. When I took my son to Pennsylvania out to Big Dogs RC out there, they have like a membership thing where anytime you make a purchase, you get points. And I only bought 2 RCs there. I bought that Arma set in there, which I've never had on the channel yet. And then I bought my son's Red Cat MT, I think it's 12 or 18, MT18 at the monster truck, which is all wrapped up now. So I hope my son isn't upstairs listening to this. But anyway, when we were there, because I had points because of those 2 purchases, we got a couple of these little guys pretty much for free. I think I paid $10 for 2 of them. I think they're maybe $20 a piece. But anyway, it's just a stocking stuffer for my son. He picked out a red one, and with the extra points, I just got a blue one. So we might race him around the living room a little bit. But I just had this thing charging up, so it just plugs in right off the controller there. Looks like it's charging. I must not have had it plugged in all the way, but maybe it's done. But yeah, it's just it's nothing fancy. It's a little Hot Wheels sized RC. It doesn't have lights or anything on it like some of the other ones do, but it's not terribly fast, and it only has like a 5-minute run time on this thing. But pretty cool. We might race them around the living room a little bit on Christmas Day. But anyway, just something to play with. Pretty cheap. Not that we're gonna play with these a whole lot, but comes in this neat little package. And I think the brand name there is was that Shagiwi RC. I probably pronounced that all wrong, but yeah, it's something to put in the stocking for him to open. It's got a couple cones in the lid there to put out. But anyway, let's get on to the main attraction here. Get this thing turned off and put away. But yeah, the FMS 110 LC80, the Land Cruiser. So I picked this up because I thought it would look really nice running alongside that the new axial base camp, because they have a very similar body style. I think the base camp the body style on it may be just a little bit newer, but Anyway, this one looked kind of nice and scale, so I just decided to go ahead and pre-order this. Although all the lights are yellow on it, and being the year of this, I don't know if it really deems to have yellow, you know, that vintage, because it's not that vintage style. But anyway, you may be wondering what's going on with the wheels here. So the wheels that came with it, which are what's on it now, were all black. They were just all black. So and if you ever seen one of these, they came with like a steel wheel, not black, just kind of a silver wheel. So I kind of just did the quick and easy method with the silver metallic Sharpie and covered the hub that comes off, and then the wheel. You can also do just the outline around it, which makes it pop a little bit. But those are two options. The trouble with that is it's really easy to, once you're doing the outlines, to just kind of slip and go across the wheel with the marker, which is what happened to pretty much all the other three wheels. So I just ended up coloring the other ones all the way in silver, and I think that looks probably the best. Although that doesn't look bad either. But just a couple cheap, simple options. Only takes about 5 minutes with a marker to color that wheel in. Just be careful going around the edge that you don't catch the tire, because I did that on the other side over here on one of these. I think I caught it just a little bit right there. But anyway, the hub covers, or caps, whatever you want to call them, they come black also, so you don't have to paint those or color them in. But I don't know, I just think it looks better if they match, you know. So that's just an option if you want to do that. Of course, you can use silver paint, which would probably look way better. But these are glued on. They're not bead locks or anything. So the tires feel nice. I would like to put these on some regular rims, some aluminum rims, but getting them unglued, you know, just like the base camp wheels. I tried to get one of them off, and I'm still kind of working on one of the base camp wheels, but the tire ripped as I was trying to take it off, so I'm gonna have to glue the tire or order a new one or something. But anyway, you can try that if you want to. It's kind of a pain, but it's doable if you have patience too, and you don't mind getting your hands all black and nasty. But yeah, for I think this was $300. The pre-order on this was kind of weird. They had it like a month early, and then you had to wait a long time. I ordered this I want to say around Halloween time, and I didn't get it till like early December. It was like after I want to say it was after Thanksgiving when this thing finally showed up. But anyway, it does have a nice clipless body latch system on it, which I like. I think that's a nice idea that they did that. And it has the all the lights are on the magnets, so you don't have to worry about unplugging wires as you're taking the body off. And all the wires are nicely wrapped and covered and tucked up in there. Really nice. Would like to put a hat and do some painting on the driver in there, although the driver, I don't know, it just looks a little out of scale to me. But anyway, this thing is, they say it's a 1/10, but it's a little bit bigger than 1/10, because if you put the actual base camp next to it, it's this is a little bit bigger, and it's noticeable. But other than that, it's pretty nice. I haven't ran it outdoors yet though. Weather's been kind of crap lately. Really cold. We got quite a bit of snow here the past couple days, but I am gonna get this out and play in the snow a little bit. Hopefully before it melts off. But the gear mesh in this is really nice. Everything runs really smooth. Does have a 2-speed transmission. It's got a little mini servo there that runs the 2-speed transmission. Unfortunately, this does have a 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo. So if you want to change the ESC, you're gonna have to do a ESC and your own receiver. But that's becoming more and more common anymore anyway. So I think everybody's kind of known that anyway. So but this thing does run with the brush motor and the ESC that it has in there. It runs really smooth. All the gear mesh is really nice. But I've just run it around the house here a little bit, not a whole lot. But so yeah, it's a 2-speed transmission. The magnet lights, everything else is pretty standard. I do like that it has the fenders on it to keep the dust and water and everything out of it. There's the little power switch right there that you can turn it on and off with. But you know, it's not crazy overly complicated. You know, it doesn't have locking diffs or anything, but has lights that you can turn on and off. And I will be trying to put some lights up in these. I might try and put some lights in these guys here. We'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, overall, I don't think it's a bad little rig, but I haven't tried it outside yet. So we'll see how it does out there. And I want to see how these tires do also, because they feel nice. The foams are a little firm in them, I think, but not bad. But they feel like they ought to grab okay. But then again, I do have an extra set of these, the wagon wheels with the really deep offset. I think it's a -10 deep dish offset on these, so it goes right to the edge of the tires, so these will hang out a little bit more. But yeah, it looks pretty nice too. So I know I might end up putting those guys on there. Either way, we will run it here, probably not today, because it's getting close to Christmas, and I just got a lot of things going on. I've been really busy the past couple weeks. I'm interviewing for a new job, so I had an interview, then a second interview, and then a lot of paperwork and all that stuff. But we'll get this thing out and running a little bit, and hopefully we'll get the base camp, either my son to run the base camp and I'll run this, or vice versa. But I want to get both of those out there at the same time, because I think they would look nice together out there. But I'll put them on the ground here so you can see how much of a difference there is with them, because there's a fair amount of size difference when it comes to this one and the axial base camp. But we're not going to make this too long. I do want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, Happy holidays, and I'm going to pause this, and we'll get these two next to each other on the ground so you can see what they look like, and we'll be right back, and then we'll call it a day after that. All right, there's the axial base camp next to the FMS LC80, and you can see the size difference there between the two. It may not show up quite as much on the camera here, but in real life you can really tell the difference. The one thing that's really noticeable is the air intake, or the snorkel. The one on the base camp, you know, looks good, looks scale, and then you come over to this one and it just looks giant compared to this one. And the LC80, it isn't much wider. I guess it is a little bit wider, but it's fair amount taller. You know, sorry about getting my finger there in the camera, but so it's quite a bit taller. They both have 1.9 wheels and tires on it. 4.75 tires, but yeah, just the LC80 just looks just a little bit bigger. But I think once they're running, you're not going to be able to notice too much, hopefully, but we shall see. But anyway, we'll call it there. You guys have a great afternoon. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.